what is actually going on? What is actually going on in this World Cup? What is actually going on? Because of yesterday we saw some two iconic matches. I wouldn't say all of them were iconic, but the Senegal against Belgium, ooh, ooh, yo, an iconic match, brah. An iconic match because of I never thought that Senegal will bottle a 2-0 lead. Like, what the hell was going on in that match? Because at some point I thought, or coach, Belgium coach is crazy by taking out his best players. He's taking out Adogu, taking out De Bruyne. I was like, maybe because of if he lost that match, he was about to get fired. And I thought, I was like, you're going to lose your job. You're taking out your best player. What is your what are you thinking, bro? What is going on in your mind? Then I sat down and I sat down and watched the gameplay, and I was like, maybe losing your job can make you make a rusty and hasty decision that will make you survive because of you have nothing to lose. On another hand, Senegal had everything in their hands, and they felt like this game is over. They felt like they won the game without them winning the game. I don't think what a Senegal coach were watching other matches because of at this World Cup. One thing I've learned is that the match is never over until the referee said it's over, because of the late dramas that are happening at this FIFA World Cup are something that we never had to realize that it could happen. This is football. This is why we watch this game called football. This is why we fell in love with this game, because of it's so unpredicted. You can think what it Senegal, they told them, "More, I just bottled this thing because we want Belgium to go." But no, Senegal had this game in their hand. Like, they had everything until their coach decided to take out their best players. The other one took out the best players for the good for the good of the team. The other take out their best players for the worst of their team. Because of after Senegal take out Papegaye, Ndeye, and take out those players that were there making sure that Senegal controlled the game. Senegal looked lost in the last 10 minutes. Looked lost for them to concede 2 goals in 5 minutes. Like, you could see what right now Belgium are on top of them because of they don't have that person who was controlling the middle field, who was bullying those middle fielder. The reason that De Bruyne was out, the person who made De Bruyne get out of that match, they taken him out because of they thought they won the game, and that is not the case. Like, you cannot say that you are preserving players for the game that you're gonna play on Monday. You have 5 days for you to rest. It's not like we are playing tomorrow. We are playing after 3 days. You have 5 days for you to rest the players, but you're taking players thinking that you won the game. Like, how kind of ignorant and self-centered you have to be to think that this thing is over while the referee hasn't said it. Like, Corey, how stupid do you have to be to think of that? Because of this World Cup showed us, or it is never over until the referee says it's over. And what happened? Senegal lost this game. I couldn't believe because of I was rooting for Senegal. After they scored two, I was like, Senegal, you are taking this home. This is you. This is Africa showing this European team that we can play football. But it didn't happen. My hope was shattered. Were shattered by the Senegalese coach. And you know what happened? Belgium, Belgium, Belgium. They made a repeat of what they did against Japan in 2018. Because of in 2018, Japan were 2-0. And in the 80th minute, Belgium made a comeback. They made a comeback by one of the most impressive counter-attack in the FIFA World Cup. That's who Belgium are. And that team that made that comeback, I know it was a different team, but what is in your heart it will be poured to another generations because it's who you are, it's what your country believed in. Those players, they were there and said, if our brothers could do this thing, we can achieve it. And they did achieve it by making a ridiculous comeback. And that penalty, for me, it was a penalty because of how could you just tackle a person behind like that? How could you? And the standard that Senegalese did, I think this Senegal team is full of stunts. What they did at AFCON, they try to put another stunt, them sitting down and not wanting to stand up because of their thought or the rival will change his decision. I think I'm tired of seeing the Senegalese stands at the AFCON. I felt sorry for them, but this time I didn't feel sorry for them because of they did it to themselves. They did what they shouldn't have done. It's like a team, they didn't have faith in them after they scored the second goal because of that attacking power they had. It was out and they missed the 1v1. Wasane, they were selfish in decision making. So I was like, okay, Senegal, since you don't want to be here, you must well go home because of you're no longer playing football. You're starting to be selfish. You're starting to think for yourself, and that backfired in them. Another team that things didn't go well for them, it was Congo. Like Congo, their problem is that they thought the game was over and they started defending. Like most of the teams, South Africa showed us, or you cannot defend what you don't have. It's 1-0. What are you defending? Like, what are you defending because of this 1-0? You're only one goal up, but you're defending, you're not attacking as you were attacking in the first half. Because of the first 45, the Congolese team, they were attacking, put that pressure. Harry Kane was not seen. Bellingham was not seen. Bellingham was frustrated. He even got a yellow card. But I don't know what happened when Congolese started to decrease their pressure that they were putting on England. Then they allowed England to come in the game. They allowed Anthony Gordon to be available to show himself. Anthony Gordon came and changed the game. They allowed him to change the game. They allowed England for them to take the game out of their hand. The moment you allow England to be in their element of when you allow them to have the ball, when you allow them to make 2-3 touches in midfield, when you allow Harry Kane to have that small little space to run at, you're bringing back the team that is dead in the game. And they scored, and they lost because of how ignorant they were, because of what they did in them trying to defend what they don't have. Because of in this World Cup we learned, or it's not over. Like I said in the beginning, it's not over until the third lady says it's over. But all this team, all the African team, in their mind they're thinking, we're talking AFCON. It's not AFCON, it's the World Cup. People have believed that they never had. People have something that they never thought they have. Or the level of belief, the level of I can do this is on another level because of this is the World Cup. You either make it there or you break it. You sweat in there. You sweat at that field of play. You do not decrease the pressure that you had at the first half, because the moment you decrease anything that you had or anything that you had that was above the other team take advantage of you because of you're no longer consistent at what you were doing. So I think African team need to learn from this World Cup that whatever opportunity that you have on someone, you must not overturn it thinking that you have the upper hand, because of sometimes you may have the upper hand but that thing may change. And so them thinking that they got this thing is them wrong because of they never got it. And this World Cup is really showing us what in this life everything is possible. You can be on the receiving end of being a loser and be on the upper hand of being a winner, by you not having a mentality of a weak person, not having an I quit mentality. Because of I quit mentality will never make you win a World Cup. I quit mentality will never get you through the other stage in this life. I quit mentality will never get you through to the round of 16. Because of when you think that you got things in hand, you don't have things in hand until it's over. So never let your guard down, as the African teams are doing. They are letting their guards down. They're making things like they're simple, but they aren't. Things are not simple in this World Cup, and them showing, them allowing European team making a comeback. The the respect that we were receiving at the beginning of this World Cup, we are losing it because of people are now seeing or we respected them, but what are they delivering? Because at this point, at this moment, we are not delivering anything. It's like every team is getting out of the round of 16. Like re a sefea jo, kore re sefea o ka re metsi ka ra sefa o kuka ka moka fedile jo. On sorry, the moment o lokela sefa ka ra metsi se fedile. The moment you pull the surf up, then there's nothing in that surf. Only droplets of the water they're in. So the droplet of our African team is Morocco, because of the only team that is left that went through to the group stages. And the reason that that team went to the group stages is because of they never back down. Maybe it's because of they scored them first and they thought, oh, they can fight for this thing. But even though they did that, they never backed down. They kept on believing and believing and believing and believing. Attack on attack and attack and attack. And look what happened. They progressed to the next stage. They beat England. They beat Netherlands through penalties. Sometimes, as I don't think Congo, after they scored 1-0, they thought, oh, maybe we can push this thing to the penalties. But you can never count on penalties, because penalties are not on your own hand. You saw that there at the Portugal, at the Belgium against Senegal, at that 120th minutes, there was a penalty. And you know who was under a lot of pressure? The person who knows that we bottled this thing. Talisman was not under any pressure at any circumstances, because of they came back from a 2-0 to a 2-2. If he score, damn, his nation will be proud. If he lose, then okay, we lost, but we managed to make a comeback. We tried. We really showed that we wanna stay in this match. But this Africans team, I'm starting to say, we need to learn more from these European teams. We need to learn more from the South American teams, that the resilience that we have, because of we only like resilience for us to get through to the next stages. It's like Morocco at the resilience level is above us. The resilience that we show at AFCON is the resilience we need to show there. So I'm saying, the next World Cup we need to do better, because of right now, the African teams, they went there for nothing. They went there to do things that I'm not proud of. But anyway, it's the World Cup. We are enjoying it. We are very entertained. We are having fun. You cannot sleep without watching 2-3 matches of this World Cup, because of damn nigga, you're missing out. Bye.